All right, wrestling fans, it's Scotty Dreamer coming to you from the basement as always. And with me, as usual, are John Dubs and Jay Stone.
That's me.
And we've got a special guest today, the one and only Moose,
What's going
but
on, guys?
but not that Moose.
Yeah,
No.
not Moose
No.
from TNA. Or
Better looking. I'm better looking.
this
So-
one's white.
Less
This is-
muscles.
It's a couple less muscles. Same amount of muscles, just less defined.
Yeah, good call. Good call.
Right.
So,
No, appreciate
This
it,
is
guys.
the,
Thanks for having me on. This is gonna be fun.
of course, man. Welcome to the Worlds Collide Fantasy Wrestling Podcast. You are the newest member of the Worlds Collide League.
Yep.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got involved with this and what made you a fan of wrestling?
I've been a fan since I was little. The old days with Snuka and Santana, and Undertaker was always my favorite coming up. So in my teen years in the '90s, followed Undertaker a lot. And really, after the Attitude Era, I kind of fell off for a little while. I wasn't a fan of what was going on and how things were circulated. And when Rock went down and Stone Cold went down, and I just felt like they were pulling at the strings, and was trying to kept grasping at somebody to follow. I could not get anybody that I really liked. And then not until probably about 10 to 12 years ago, it was really the development stages that started getting me into it, and watching the beginning of NXT and before it was NXT, and or what was it, FCW, whatever it was called there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
FCW.
and just getting into the young guys that were coming up in the mix, and what is now the Seth Rollins and the Roman Reigns and all those guys have brought me back in. So that's kind of like my wrestling gig. I was looking for something different when I was doing Modern Mania and 80s wrestling. I was looking for a group that I can get involved with and get ideas from, and that's how I kind of found Dave. And there he is, he's chiming in as we speak.
Yep.
And Dave's Phenomenal Fantasy Wrestling, and that's kind of how I got hooked up. Everybody. And you guys have graciously brought me along through the ranks with the WC and the FTW, and I've just been enjoying my moments of getting to play the real man GM and getting to finally chat a little bit about wrestling, even though you guys throw spoilers at me sometimes because I record everything. So I know nothing. I still know nothing what happened tonight on Dynamite.
It's so funny because you and I have almost identical stories. Like growing up, I was a wrestling fan, and then around 2001, 2002, fell off a little bit.
Yep.
And then about 10, 12 years ago, I started coming back because of finding different shows.
Right.
And then getting into 80s Mania and Modern Mania, and then David bringing us along. So it's almost identical story, and I'd love to hear that. It's
Right.
kind of
That's
funny.
awesome. Yeah.
It's kind of funny how that works out.
It's good for like the common guy who's just trying to understand a little bit of it. Having Dave pulling us into that Phenomenal Fantasy was just great. And then there's great guys involved in that. Everybody's good people.
Great people to talk to. That's kind of how I've always been looking at it too. Because I mean, I was just kind of grasping at a group for a little while there, and especially during the pandemic, getting hooked up with Phenomenal and Mr. Pure Power Powell and Jay Stone down there and Dubs. It's really helped me out through all this. So having a guy like you around with us it's been awesome, and you're doing great so far. I can say that much.
Awesome. Thank you. I'm trying to make you boys proud.
Let's see. What kind of questions you got for Moose there, gentlemen?
So, yeah, we had free agency. That's still kind of going on, too. So, anybody you were excited to pick up that you got?
Believe it or not, I really wanted Libra, and I got her.
Okay.
The women's division in NWA needed to be strengthened. I've made a lot of moves recently to try to strengthen the women's division. But I think in my game anyway, in Modern, Libra is a huge play for me. And I actually like Iron Lady, I think is her
Yeah.
Oh, her alt?
other, yeah. So
Yeah.
I enjoy. I don't know, man. She wins a lot with me and stuff. So when she came out, I was excited about that. I like grabbing a little bit of the modern Maine people because that seems to be the one I gravitate the most to. So having some of those in there is a good mix to it. I did lose somebody though. You guys jumped on somebody right away that I didn't think you would, and I was like, dang it, I don't remember who it was now. I had a list.
Yeah, I think we all
grabbed-
kind of had. I think
was-
Jay over there got screwed the most on free agency.
Oh,
but
dude.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
so
I'm
pissed.
sure we'll get into that because he'll be swearing a lot, and everybody will have to turn their volume down once we get into that.
Oh yeah, that. Well, it is what it is. I still got the people that I wanted, so that's what mattered the most.
Right.
That is what matters the most. Oh, Greg Quebec and Dre Apex. Those are the two guys I wanted.
Oh,
I got
Dre
one of them.
Apex.
Yeah.
I mean, we can talk trade.
Man, I'm always into trades. Absolutely.
Didn't was it one of the big trades after immediately in free agency? Jay, wasn't that you and Moose, or was that you and Dan that made the big trade?
Me and Dan.
You and Dan? I couldn't
Yeah.
remember who it was. Trades were flying so fast.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude,
Yeah.
it gets crazy. I mean, good thing we got this page now, because if we would have done that in the chat, whoa, it would have been madness.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's well organized now. We can definitely follow where things are, which is
Oh yeah,
Right.
a lot better with the
Helps
page.
out a lot.
and having the rosters up top now that I can figure that out, so I know who's got who and who's got where. That helps out a lot too.
Now that I know where to go instead of having to go through the full file.
Josh is sick of me going. So how do I find a roster?
I normally just tell everyone go to David for rosters.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he always keeps up with that shit.
Yeah, he has the whole fucking list. So
And in
he's-
everything. The guy does
Yeah.
so much. He's the
Oh,
he's
yeah.
the hardest working man. I mean, Freddie Prince Jr., if you're listening, David Powell definitely needs a job.
that's right. Pure
Definitely.
power.
Our pal.
So you said that growing up, Undertaker was your guy.
Undertaker was my guy. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
And then coming back in, obviously Taker was still around, just at a different level than when we were young.
Yeah.
Which of those young guys that you kind of mentioned, like the Seth Rollins of the world, the Roman Reigns, which one of them did you really start latching onto when you started making your comeback?
Well, to be honest with you, the guy that still one of the guys that I liked on my way out was Randy Orton. And coming back, him still being around, I think also helped. So I'm going to throw some love his way because I think he deserves it.
Yeah.
But for me, and the other guy was AJ Styles over at Impact.
From
and,
Impact and
Oh,
TNA.
yeah.
like, so that's kept bringing me back into it a little bit as well. And just the fact that in my eyes, those two guys are just normal dudes who they're playing the cameras right. They're doing everything that's supposed to be right, but they're not over the top. They're not showboating. They're not, I mean, they just love their profession, do their profession. And that's part of what I enjoyed. The other thing that helped too is I worked for a local promotion right around like the 07, 08 time. And got to work with some of the old greats. And then, so that kind of like regenerated the light in me a little bit and made me go, well, what's going on now? And I ended up working with Abyss actually.
Okay.
And he was still over at TNA at the time. And so when he was working over at TNA, I had him and I had Shark Boy like back-to-back months, whatever it was. And so that easily got me into TNA and AJ Styles.
Right.
And I think that led me to look at what else is going on, who's coming up and all that. And I liked the whole Nexus theme. So that was a big help for me as well coming in.
Well, how'd you get hooked up? How'd you get hooked up with the local company?
So one of the guys that I met at my company, my real work company, actually, was a former WWE writer.
Okay.
And he stayed in touch with a lot of the guys, and he ended up working with Spike Dudley, and Spike Dudley is the one that was running the promotion up here in New England at the time. So he basically said, I need some security guards, and you're a big fat guy. You want to come be my security guy. And
Yeah, you're a large man. You're not
I'm
a small person.
No, well, Moose was given to me for a reason. So I just started doing that, and I was basically any big talent that came in. Like I did Snuka, I did Bundy, I did Santana. I was just their security guy. I was there for their autograph sessions, and then I did ringside seating. And if anything happened, I got one little skit in with Justin Credible where I ran in and saved a girl from Justin Credible, and Spike came down and beat him up, and then that was the main event for the night. And I actually tripped on the ropes going in, so I botched the move. But yeah, so,
you had your own Titus O'Neil moment.
Yes, exactly.
Awesome.
We worked with Mikey Bennett. He was there for a while. And actually Awesome Kong's husband was there for a while. So I got to work with a whole bunch of different guys. It was really, really fun. But that led me back into starting to get back into it again.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Hell yeah.
The big moment for me, I think, as a kid was in Boston was when Undertaker was put in the coffin and the green smoke came up and all that stuff. And that was like it was a Rumble, and it was
the Rumble. That was the Yokozuna match, right?
Yes. And that was the first, like, I didn't get to go to it, even though I should have, but that was the first big pay-per-view. And I'm like, oh my God, he's like right in Boston, like 40 minutes away, and he just died. And it just like, like that was my kid moment,
Right.
So that always stuck with me in my head.
Oh, it's funny because like when he first started, I don't know about you guys, but I mean, I was a Hulkamaniac. I'm not gonna lie.
Everybody
What you gonna do, brother?
And then Taker comes out at Survivor Series, and it floored me, man. What a different world we started living in at that point.
Yeah, absolutely.
And by the time it got to that Mania, everyone was nuts for Taker, and that was still one of my favorite Rumbles of all time, because that was if I'm not mistaken, wasn't that Bret Hart and Razor Ramon in the same event?
I think so.
I think they had a ladder match at the same show. And then Yokozuna coming out and everyone coming out to take out Taker at the same time. It was spectacular.
Yep.
So that's a good moment to have.
They did a great job with his character, and he did a great job with his character. And I
that's
think
what
for a
it's all
lot
about.
of kids coming through who were looking at the time, and Hulkamania was fading, and Ultimate Warrior had his issues, you needed to latch on to somebody like that, and having a weird persona. And I think that was huge for Take.
Oh yeah. Let's see. Jay, you got anything?
I just want to hear about this announcement he's got.
Oh, the announcement has to happen during our week 13 prediction part. I'm going to
get into that. We'll get into that pretty quickly here then.
Yeah.
I just want to make an appointment for the commissioner, though. I mean, Moose has ring work experience. We've got to get him as a playable free agent character. Maybe
you don't want to play me.
Maybe we can win Moose for winning a Worlds Collide event, something like that.
Just one ring debut. That was it. I ended it right then and there. There was no need for it. I'll tell you what, though, one of the best parts of it was setting up the ring with the guys, and just having legit convos and learning stuff from people. There was we worked with guys like Brickhouse Baker and oh man, what's his name? Will Fuller? No, Jack Fuller. Old school guy who actually made it in WWE for a little while. He's like a big 7-foot guy. He was known for just chopping people. Right. So anybody new that came into the business or was new into the promotion sat in the back up against the locker and took 5 chops. Like that was the gimmick. But it was just fun. Those guys were just real. Their wives were in the crowd, and it was just a good time. And the people that would come out was crazy, man. They were nuts, and they thought they were at a WWE show. And I mean, there was times where I'm holding people back, and I'm like, this is crazy. Like, this 17-year-old little boy is going to beat the hell out of me because he wants to touch Brickhouse Baker. It's just crazy.
It's crazy, man. Those shows got nuts, especially back. I don't know how. I haven't been at too many local shows in a little while here, but they got pretty intense for a while there in the late 2000s for sure.
Yep. When we got Abyss, he was a heel, and so Nobody knew he was there. We hit him the whole time, and which was hard because he's a chain smoker. So trying to hide that guy from anybody was crazy.
Yeah.
The minute when he came out, I was set to be just at ringside sitting in my chair. And the minute he came out, it was like, get up, get up, get up, get there quick as possible, because people were just attacking the hell out of him.
I bet.
They hated him. It was so funny. It was crazy.
Crazy. All right. Well, before we do too much more, why don't we start doing your week 12 recap, and then we'll do the pay-per-view, and then we can find out what this big announcement is.
Right.
Jay,
All
why
right.
don't you take us through it?
All right. We did so much. Let me find my spot. So let's see. All right. Let's see. NWA. Let's see, for what was that? Week 12, right?
Week 12.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, week 12. All right. So you got 70 points, 7 out of 10. It's a great
It's a good week.
Great week, yeah. Looked like he had 2 title defenses, mixed tag and the Intercontinental titles were being defended.
Yep.
The Punks, I guess the Punks retained their titles. The mixed tag.
Yep, they did.
All right. And then Okada, did he win or was he retaining?
He retained. He retained against Hardcastle. Okay. Yep.
Awesome. Let's see. What else do we have on here?
How was that show for storyline, Moose? Did it fit what you had what you were hoping for?
Yeah, I mean, what was interesting was the opening match was the #1 women's match with Scarlett and Naomi, and they both won qualifiers to get to this match. And as we're gonna see coming in, the winner at the pay-per-view had a match, and it played out exactly how I wanted to, and it played out even better because I wanted to do something I actually wanted to do something week 9 that I couldn't do, but week 13 I was able to do it, and you'll see why. And if once we go through it,
awesome.
But I thought that was good. The other big thing that I really thought was awesome was, so when I traded to Jay, I traded a heavyweight champion to Jay, who had the title, and they had to release the title. So we had multiple qualifiers that led us to 2 triple threat matches in this week 12 match. And I think that the Brock Lesnar versus Legally would, for me, he's always Roman, but whatever.
Yeah.
Triple threat match was pretty cool. And I was hoping that Brock was going to pull it off, and he did. So that was good.
Right.
It's nice when the simulator listens to what you want.
I know, right? It doesn't happen all the time.
No.
And that's kind of what I'm doing with my predictions. I think I'm just doing what I'm hoping that I could see, which I think is pretty cool. I will say this, that I did a gauntlet match at the end.
Right.
#1 gauntlet match for the tag title. I took all the loose tag teams that I had nothing to do with and threw them in there. And the Foundation, which is Rick Rude and Mark Merrow, won it. But they have won every single match I've put these 2 guys in. And I'm putting them up against people that, realistically, I don't think they're going to win. Like, I feel like they're just like good show guys, maybe a little bit of Mike Love, win every other week and be done with it. And I mean, they went up against Braun and EC3. They went up against the Power Machines, which I have as Braun Breaker and Parker Bordor there. They went up against the Gorillas. Like, they just keep.
No wonder you're trying to get rid of Rude. You're just fucking up all your storyline.
I know, he is. He is.
Oh.
But he keeps hanging on there. He has a title. I was like, okay, here we go. We're gonna run.
Nice.
We're gonna run with it.
Right.
So I was hoping for the pay-per-view. It was the Kingdom is the tag team champions. I was hoping that they were going to get a stronger tag team, in my opinion, at the pay-per-view. But Foundation won, so you get it. And we'll see what happens after that.
Right.
What else we got, Jay?
Other than that, let's see. The only other thing I see is the Iron Mask winning the knockouts match for this week, and let's see. And then Magnus defeated Punk, and I can never say this fucking.
Shibata. I don't know, Shibata. I go with Shibata.
Okay, yeah.
About it.
Yeah, I was about to say there ain't no way I can say his first name.
Yeah, that was that perfect setup with having Brock win one and Magnus won the other.
Yeah.
Right.
So they were at the pay-per-view with those two, and Yuji Nagata was the third guy that had previously qualified, and that I thought was going to be a great match.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Other than that, I think we've pretty much gone through his
Through week 12.
Yep.
week 12 card. Yeah.
All right, let's hit on the pay-per-view.
All right, let me find it real quick.
Yeah.
Into the fire.
I was looking right at it too. I was like, shit, he didn't put the brand name. There it is. 60 points, not bad.
No.
No.
A lot of upsets
Yeah.
in my eyes.
I could imagine.
I'll get into Raw a little bit in a while here, but I surprisingly didn't have as many upsets as I was expecting. So for a pay-per-view. Let's see here. We had the qualifying matches. Then we had Hunter Hearst Helmsley defeated Iron Mask.
Yep, he retained. So
He
Iron Mask had
retained.
won the number 1 knockout spot, so he gets to pick who he wants to face at the championship that had an open match, and so Triple H was available.
So
And
she
he
went for nice.
He retained as always.
Right. Well,
And then,
It's Triple H. What do you expect?
right. Well, I mean, now you have to find a new world television champion now.
Right. So we traded Triple H away yesterday, which was great because it gives me a storyline, and then in 4 weeks that I'm going to start hitting up, which is the open TV spot. We're going to let that sit for a little while. We're going to make some people work.
Let it stew
There
and
you go.
marinate a little bit.
Yep.
Well, and it's not Triple H. It's Hunter Hearst
Yeah.
Helmsley.
True. That is
Before they started calling him Triple H. So
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
That horrible gimmick. I did not think he was ever going to take off at that
No.
point. But what do I know? I'm just a schmuck from Michigan.
Once they changed him to the game, that was much better. That's
Yes.
for sure.
Oh yeah.
Even once before even the game, just Triple H. Anything's better than coming out as a British aristocrat.
Yeah,
You
agreed.
know, it's not a good look.
Agreed.
Oh yeah.
So we had
Let's
Jeremy
see.
Crane defeat Hammerstone for the national heavyweight title.
So that
Yeah.
was big in my opinion because Hammerstone's had the title since I've taken over the Fed.
Yeah.
So 8 weeks or so. So he's made, and he's defended more than just pay-per-view. So he's been holding his own.
Yeah.
Good little story twist with this coming into week 13.
Okay.
I like
we had-
that.
Liv Morgan and Blair Davenport, backstory behind that is they were the Defiant, which was our women's tag team champions,
Okay.
which they lost in week 11. So we played up the card. I think it was in the script in week 12 where, Blair turned on Liv type of situation.
Right.
Set them up into an open match, and we made that the Intercontinental qualifier, the new women's Intercontinental qualifier.
Yes.
Right.
And I'm glad Liv came out on top on that one.
Yeah.
But the next match, I'm pretty sure you weren't expecting the Foundation to win against the Kingdom.
Here we go. Right? There they go. They're 72 years old in wheelchairs. They're still pulling it off.
New tag team champions,
Foundation.
Did we win? What?
Well,
It's true.
I always kind of look at it like the modern Mania rules. They're always prime.
Yeah.
100% in
Makes
their
sense,
prime.
That's a good call. That's a good call.
And then Austin Aries. It's funny because with Austin Aries, before I traded him to you, I couldn't get him to win a match for shit. And then here he is winning the Cruiserweight title against Rush.
Yeah, and he got there because he won like 2 matches in a row. So
Yeah. See, I couldn't get him to win. I couldn't get him to win one match.
Listen,
Let
any
it
good guy you have that you don't think is winning, just send my way. It's all good. We'll take it.
Yeah.
I got a guy named Rick Rude and Mark Merrill. They can go your way. They're
No, I'm good. I'll pass on that. That's more David style.
I just saw look like Stampede just picked up the Warrior. So that
Yeah.
might be somebody to look to trade Rude for. That was always a rivalry I liked as a kid.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, most definitely.
That pose down that they had still cracks me up every time.
Yes, that's
I hear
right. That's right.
Right. So the next match we have is the Blackouts Banks key holder match.
Mhm.
It saw Flint Decker win, which is a modern Mania
One of my
character.
modern guys. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that was
So-
because the Blackout Bank match was a pay-per-view that we had. That was the second pay-per-view, and the guy that won it was shortly traded to you, Jay Stone.
Curry Man.
That's right. So we left it. So what I did is we didn't announce it until the week 12 event, where people cumulative wins from week 9 to week 12 were going to get determined, and nobody knew who it was until the pay-per-view. And the morning of the pay-per-view and the beginning of the script, they all get kidnapped and put in SUVs and get driven out to Mobile, Alabama, and we're supposed to be in New Orleans for the pay-per-view. And they get put at the Mobile Center where it's pitch black and they're all sitting in a seat, and all 6 of these guys get unmasked on hood, and there's the keys at center court, and that was the gimmick behind that one. So even though I botched it a little bit by trading away Curry Man, it gave me something to play with as I getting used to trying to write these scripts and stuff.
Right.
It's funny that that's at least 2 of us that have used Alabama for our dark match that gets shipped off somewhere random.
It's dark in Alabama.
Right. Yeah, because wasn't the La Barbershop and Ministry match in Alabama?
Yeah, that was an Alabama match too.
That's awesome.
Let's see. Let's go on to the next match with Scarlett defeating Chaya for the women's title.
So going back to week 12, Scarlett came in, beat Naomi, and now beat Tay and got the title. So that's where that match came through for me. And then if you guys notice, you have 4 matches of the belts changing hands.
Right.
Yeah.
So just keep that in mind.
Yeah, because Tay was the women's champion, right?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. And then the next match was for the Power Championship. So I can,
Nagata.
Yeah, Nagata. That's right. I was like, fuck, how do you say his name?
Yep.
But yeah, he came out. So was that kind of your plan going with Nagata for the championship, or?
No, I wanted it to be Brock. Even though I hate that Brock has the title in real life, or he always has the title, I should say, in real life.
Right.
I wanted Brock as the main heel at this point. I wanted him to have the title, and then I had which I'm not going to disclose yet, but I had an idea of a face to come and hopefully take that title away from him, and then lead us. But that didn't happen. So there's no mention of this match in week 13. I left this as a dead match, and I'm going to build this up in week 14 with a couple of twists, and I think I can build off of this, even though Nagata won, and I don't know really what to do with him at this point. I might retire him for a little while.
You gotta have a feast or fired match.
Yeah, right.
There you go.
And I know Jay's excited about this last one, so go ahead, Jay.
I was even going to ask, do you even want me to talk about it?
You absolutely. I congratulated you, right? So go for it, buddy.
Yeah, you sure did. So Jamie Hayter from AEW picked up the win against Raw and NWA to win the Worldwide Women's Championship. So kudos to me.
Congratulations. Raw continues a wonderful streak of losing every time they are in a Worlds Collide.
Nice. We should go off against each other then. What do I got left?
That's why I'm like, oh, let's see. I need to stop challenging Darian.
Right. So whenever this match even came about, I told Moose, I was like, of course it was going to be a Hell in the Cell match. So I was like, so in season 2, when I took over NWA for a little, or when I was doing NWA for a little bit, I had did these different style of matches. So one of them was it's called Into the Fire Pit match. So I was telling Moose, I was like, well, why don't you do that with Hell in the Cell? So that was pretty cool. It would have, I mean, that would have and basically it's like an Inferno match inside Hell in the Cell is basically what that would be. Which would be awesome to see in real life. So.
And I think realistically, the person that won it is the right person to win it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Well, that is all for his pay-per-view card. So
I know we got fairly short time with you for the rest of the evening there, Moose. So why don't we just get right into your match card for week 13? Tell us a little bit about it, and we'll do some predictions. Right. Maybe we can help you make picks if you haven't already done so.
So yeah, absolutely. So the big gimmick here is coming off of the pay-per-view. We had 4 titles that got changed hands, and Commissioner's going to come in, and he starts off by basically acknowledging this, and Hammerstone is the main one that comes in, that he finally lost his title, claiming that the what are they called? The Ohio for Killer Boys got involved in that crane match, caused problems, made him lose that match. Rush is upset he lost his match to Austin Aries. Tay Conti's upset. And, of course, the Kingdom, who's held theirs forever. So the Commissioner puts all 4 titles back on the line, 4 rematches for Week 13. So that's, I think, all 4 matches. That's the big event that's happening here. Yeah, and then we got the announcement coming down later on in the night that we're going to have you guys jump in on.
Okay.
So once the dust settles, the opening match is AJ Gray versus Drago. What people don't know about the match is that the winner of this match will be in the number 1 knockouts match next week. Pretty much. That's just kind of how I'm quietly working it behind the scenes.
Okay.
So Drago versus AJ Gray. What do you guys think?
I like Drago.
Yeah, Drago.
Okay. Jay?
Well,
you like Drago against AJ Gray?
Oh, let's see. I go with Drago on that one.
All right.
Dude finally figures out how to use the mute button, and then he doesn't answer the question that says directly towards him.
I was talking to the SmackDown, people. So
make sure SmackDown knows they're on the show next week.
Yeah, good luck with that
one. Our next match is an 8-man tag match. It's going to be Decay, which my Decay is Kazarni, Delirious, Crazy Steve, Black Taurus. And they are going up against Los Ingos, as I like to call them, which is Sonata, Takashi, Okada, and Shingo Takagi. I don't know if I say that one right. I call him Shingo.
Yeah, maybe Taguchi. Something like that. But I'm going to go with the second team there. I like that one a lot. I like that. That's a good group of people.
Yeah, that's why I got the
I'd have to go with them too.
All right. I agree. 100% agreed. Our third match is the last match to the women's inaugural intercontinental qualifying match. Okay. So we got Hudson Envy versus Reclusa. Is that how we say that one? I don't know how to say that one. It's Chelsea Green, but
yeah,
I think it's Reclusa.
Oh yeah, Reluctica or something like that.
Yeah.
Reluc. I can't say her name.
Right. So I think Hudson Envy, and I'm hoping Hudson Envy is the one I want in this match. The winner of this match would face Liv Morgan in week 14.
Okay, that'll be a good matchup.
Yeah, so I think Envy.
Yeah.
I'll go Reclusa.
All right.
I gotta go with Liv.
Liv's
Well,
not
Liv
in it.
is
Liv's
next
got the
week.
winner of this next week.
Oh, the winner. Okay, who was the other one then?
Hudson Envy
That's an
and
envy.
Reclusa.
I'd have to go with Reclusa
Yeah.
on that one. Yeah.
Reclusa, yeah.
All right, boys. I'm changing it. Changing it just for you guys.
Uh-oh.
Oh shit.
The 2-1 swing. Look at that.
Well, I actually have Chelsea Green on NX or on TNA, so and she's actually winning matches. So
Nice. There you go.
Well, yeah.
Jungle Boys are going to come out. The Jungle Boys are Legally, Tongaloa, Tamatonga, Junior Fatu, and Jacob Fatu. They've been out for a couple of weeks, so they come out, open up an open challenge for week 14 against any 5 guys who think they can beat them. So wait to see who the 5 guys are that goes up against them next week.
Okay.
Then we have our number 1 knockout match, Marty Scurll. I have to keep putting him in there because I feel like he always deserves it for some reason. Rob Terry and Cedric Rougeau.
Oh,
like
Cedric Rougeau.
He's a little sleeper. I like him.
I'm going to go Rob Terry.
All right.
Going Marty Scurll.
yeah, Marty Scurll for me.
Well, I'm going to keep mine. I'm going with Cedric Rougeau.
I like it.
He's my sleeper.
You know, I thought about saying Tim, but I had to throw a curveball in there because I think Marty Scurll has been in like every knockout.
He's always
match,
in.
so.
Always in.
Yeah,
he wins 3 and then loses the last one. He wins 3 and then loses the last one. So I got to give him the benefit of the doubt by throwing him back in there. He's working his tail off.
You need to at least put him in the TV title qualifications or something.
Oh, you pitching this? You trying to pitch this?
Yeah, I am.
I could use that. We'll write that in.
We'll start a
Right in
petition
right now.
We'll write that.
Feeling that
and
opportunity.
Then we start our reverse rematch for the titles. So
Okay.
now Scarlett, who's the champion, is going up against Tay Connie, trying to get her title back. I got Tay taking it back personally. I think she's going to get it back. What do you guys think?
I agree, Tay.
Yeah, Tay.
I'm going to go Scarlett. I'll go with the smoke show.
Oh, there you go.
I'll go on an island.
Listen, that's not a bad match to referee. I'm just
No.
going to say
Oh,
that.
no.
Oh no,
No,
no. I
can't go
mean,
I got to get some my job as a timekeeper for that one.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
And then Austin Aries, who's the new cruiserweight champ, will defend against Rush, the former cruiserweight champ.
I'll go
I'll
the
say-
greatest man that ever lived, Austin Aries.
Yep.
yeah. Austin Aries.
I agree. And then the Foundation and the nursing home buddies at ringside will defend with the Kingdom, trying to get their title back.
I'm gonna go the Foundation.
Yeah.
I'll go with the
Foundation.
Kingdom.
I did the Foundation too because they're always winning.
They're always
I agree.
winning.
Well, hopefully this time they'll lose.
Maybe. We'll see.
I'm gonna skip a couple. The last match of the night is the other one. It's Crane, who just got his title with Hammerstone. In the segment, Hammerstone was complaining about the Ohio for Killers tag team, the Christ Boys, however you say it. So the commissioner said they're not banned from ringside, but Hammerstone, you can bring down whoever you want to have your back. So having his back is a team that I call the Hot Shots, which is Flint Decker, Gavin Sterling, and Marvello Hill.
Nice.
So they'll be at ringside for Hammerstone. And then that's going to feud Hot Shots versus the Ohio Killers moving forward.
I'll go with
So-
Hammerstone on that one.
Yeah. I say Hammerstone wins the title back.
I agree. I want Hammerstone to get it back. And then the only other match I think I skipped was we got the women's number 1 tag match. LAX is the current champions. They'll be at ringside.
Okay.
And it's the Bollywood Beauties, which is Palestina and this character that I had in my own fed, which is Persia Dior. Persia Dior is equivalent to a lioness type of big Indian woman, basically.
Yeah.
And Palestina, they're the Bollywood beauties, and they're going up against the Ladies of Fire, which is Siren and Saretta.
I like that name.
2 indie wrestlers.
Yeah.
So
I'll go Fire, man.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
me too.
I like
All right.
that name. That's a good tag.
Yeah,
name.
that is a good name.
Yeah.
All right, Ladies of Fire, they're going for it. And then we got the big announcement. So get ready.
It looks like we got back-to-back
Breaking
big
news in the chat,
announcements.
guys. Look at this.
Yeah.
What's
We
that?
got breaking news.
Uh-oh. The chairman's got something to say.
Well, before he says it, let's hear what Moose's news is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
All
more
right.
He's still
important.
got to type.
So in the segment, lights go out, lights come back on. Newly picked free agent coming out. Vinny Paz is in the middle of the ring.
Awesome.
And Vinny Paz is standing with Nikita Lyons, who you guys know is coming up through NXT now.
Yeah.
And basically breaks a Dan Lambert type of promo.
Mm.
And he is here to create his own faction of current superstars. He is going to basically build a Dan Lambert type of powerhouse. And they're going to be heels.
Okay.
The only thing I can tell you right now is that Nikita is the only member. Every week there will be official member, right? Every week there will be a new member. I can tell you that there is 5 other current rostered people who are going to be on this new faction. So the announcement is that I need a name.
So we need a name.
So submit what you think your name could be off of the fact that it's a Dan Lambert based type of faction.
Mm.
Vinny Paz is running it, and Nikita Lyons is the only one you know. There's one other
Paz
female.
Promotions.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That is a good one.
Paz Promotions. So think about it, boys. Think about it, and hopefully the listeners, and I'll take everybody's ideas, and then maybe you guys can announce it.
Yeah, sounds
I
good.
want to announce it on the script. You guys can announce it the next podcast.
So remember, if you're not a member of the group, you can always join us, and then you can shoot Moose your own suggestions, or you can send us an email.
David has one.
WCFW
The Lions
podcast.
Den.
Yep. So
I like that one.
WCFW podcast at gmail.com if you want to send in your idea for the Vinny Paz heel faction. Love it. That's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to seeing what names get thrown about. That's going to be a good one.
So week 14 there'll be the next member introduced.
Okay.
And I'll tell you what, the other thing that I wanted to do was I will allow people to go through my roster and guess. And if you guess somebody right, then I will give up 10 points that I've earned on my predictions and give it to that person.
Oh.
So
Wow.
they can get an extra 10 points in their predictions. If Darren Bird allows that.
Yeah.
Something different and fun to do.
That's very different.
Right.
Well, before you go, Moose, I'm sure we're gonna be talking about that a lot. We're gonna have to go through your roster.
Yeah, right.
But
do.
before you go, hey, John Dubs, why don't you tell us what the announcement in the chat was?
Okay, so breaking news from the chairman. The Worlds Collide Crown Jewel pay-per-view will be held after week 14. It will strictly be 2 tournaments and a battle royal. That's it.
So it's like more of a one night only type thing.
Yes. So he will need the following from each of our shows: 1 male, 1 female for each tournament, 2 males for the battle royal, and also 2 females for the battle royal. But wait, there's more. He will also need 1 celebrity from each show, for there will be a special celebrity tournament to crown the first ever Worlds Collide Celebrity Champion. Winners of the men and women's battle royal will receive a new celebrity not yet added to the game. the men's tournament needs to be a super heavyweight. For the winner will be crowned Worlds Collide Super Heavyweight Champion. The women's tournament will be for a new women World Collide title yet to be announced. That's all he's got so far. I'm sure there's going to be more. He's still typing shit. So
when is Hook going to be the reward, man? That's all I'm asking for. I want Hook.
He should be the reward for whoever wins the season. So
yeah, that would be a good one. I'm hoping by that time, Gable Steveson.
Scotty's kind of winning anyway. So
yeah, he's winning right now.
Well, it's very early.
I got to bounce out on you at this point.
All right, man.
All right.
Have a good one. Thanks for coming
on.
You
guys having me on. Really do appreciate it. Thank you.
All
right.
On,
See you later, Moose.
Bye, guys.
All right.
So, couple big announcements. That's for sure, man. I like Moose's is cool, man. I'm looking forward to see what he ends up picking for that. That'll be a good faction.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. So by the end of week 14, Darren will need one celebrity, male or female, one super heavyweight, 3 females.
Good thing I have all the super heavyweights.
And two males for Battle Royal. And that concludes the announcement.
Okay. Yeah, I have like 72 super heavyweights on my roster, so it's
right.
I have to look through my rosters and see which super heavyweights I have. So I know in GCW I have Paul White, so I'm probably going to send him.
Okay. Now, did he say there was 2 separate battle royals? There was a men's and a women's, or just a overall?
There's 2 separate ones. One's men and women's. So.
Okay. So 2 tournaments, 2 battle royals.
Yeah.
And 1 playable character will be rewarded.
Yep.
Yeah. I think he said for each of those. Let's see.
Oh, for each.
Let's see. Winners of the men and women's battle royal receive a new celebrity not yet added to the game. So yeah, probably 1 for each. Because if I win one and like say Jay wins the other, it'd be kind of obviously it's going to be 2. So
yeah,
right.
All right.
Yeah, that's cool. Depends on who the celebrities are. I always get nervous when it's a celebrity.
Right. And hey, the winner of the men's tournament becomes World Collide Super Heavyweight Champion.
That's pretty cool. So there's some cool stuff going on there. I'm interested.
Yeah. Yes.
Right.
Very.
And that's I like the fact that it's a one night only. It's not we don't have to wait to the end of the month, the game month, or anything like that. So that'll be pretty neat to see how those end up shaking out. Let's see. All right. Well, so there are big announcements.
Right.
So now we've got a lot to do. Do we want to go through both week 12 and the pay-per-views? I know the pay-per-views are crazy busy, so I almost lean towards just going straight to pay-per-views.
Well, luckily for all the week 12, there's only a few title defenses on each one. So
okay. It's up to you. You start us out.
There's a lot on pay-per-views, though.
Oh yeah, there's a lot.
Well, let's just run down the points for 12, and we'll just hit the point because I really want to hit on your Raw week 12 because that one was Ace Romero and the Gauntlet.
Romero.
So
yeah, okay.
So I'll just run down just any title match or something that just sparks my eyes, I guess.
Okay.
So anyway, week 12, Raw with 40 points, 4 out of 10. You only had one title match, which was Shadow Queens defeating Marvelous Monroe. And then you had the big gauntlet.
Yeah.
That's all
that took up the vast majority of my show.
Right. Which saw Commander Aziz win at the end after some assistance. Or was the assistance before? It was when
The
no,
assistance was just before Aziz came in the match. G.I.
Yeah.
Bro took out Joseph Park,
that's right. Okay.
and then Aziz came out and won. So G.I. Bro and Commander Aziz have a new tag team that's going to be officially announced probably in week 14.
That's cool. I like that.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
So we'll move on to the next card, which was DCCW with 60 points, 6 out of 9. No title defenses. Hugh Jackman destroyed Brian Cage for a second time, it looks like.
Well, it's the adamantium, man. What do you expect?
Right. Really, the only big news is Undertaker is now 4-2.
Yep. And he defeated Diesel.
He beat Diesel, and that's that. Moving on to Lucha Underground with 40 points, 4 out of 8. No title matches. So we'll move on to OVW with 50 points, 5 out of 10, and no title matches on there. CZW with 30 points, 3 out of 10, and no title matches on that. ROH with 20 points. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Darren's getting the shaft on this one.
And the shaft.
Getting the shaft. So 20 points, 2 out of 10. Only big match on there was The Undertaker is now 6-2, beating the Big Boss Man.
Well, was that
5-2? 5-2.
Was that a revenge tour, or because it looks like that was a championship, so I wasn't sure.
No, that was a revenge tour.
Yeah, that's the revenge tour. I put the C. I put the little championship thing over the Undertaker stuff.
Gotcha.
Just because I feel like that needs to be broadcasted.
Yes.
So we'll move on to NXT UK with 40 points, 4 out of 10. No title matches. WCW with 40 points, 4 out of 10. Robbie V defeated the Ringmaster for the I don't know if he defended or won it. So
I hope he defended.
I'm pretty sure he defended it. But he beat the Ringmaster for the TV title bullshit.
Yeah.
Let's see. NXT 50 points. Curry Mania defeated Kofi Mania. Elias defeated Cock Grizzle.
Yep. Sorry, Cock. Couldn't help you out.
Yeah.
Let's see. And then I finished out my women's breakout tournament as Jasmine Duke won it. Yeah. That's pretty much all for that. Moving on to GCW. That's UW. With the 30 points, 3 out of 10. TV, you got the TV title contender matches going on here.
Yeah.
And then it looks like LA Knight, Bram, and Kenny Omega defeated the Black Rose Cult in the Chamber of Doom match.
Yeah. Now they're in for it.
They're definitely in for it. Yes, I agree.
Work against them.
That's right. Let's see. MLW with 60 points, 6 out of 10. No title matches. TNA got 20 points, 2 out of 10. And that was the only match that mattered on that card was Avarice defeating Mike Tyson for the 24/7 title to bring it back to Raw.
Bringing it back home.
Bringing it back home. We already did NWA, so let's skip that one. We'll go right down to ECW with 70 points, 7 out of 10. And Abdullah the Butcher defeated Terry Funk to retain the TV title.
Woo!
Yeah.
70 points is a good week too, man. That's
Oh,
Yeah.
Good week.
China defeated Daphne that week. That's about all that went on there. So AEW's next with 20 points, 2 out of 10. I don't think there were no title defenses or anything. So we'll move on to SmackDown with 20 points, 2 out of 10. A lot of 20s on this one.
Yeah.
A lot of 20s.
Yeah.
Our going to home paper weeks were not that good.
Oh man.
Well, not
Glamorella.
prediction wise.
Glamorella defeated He's Got Kids. Yeah.
And Big Time Visionary defeated Beauty and Power. Let's see. Nasty J defeated Sin Cara and the Brian Kendrick.
And that's you.
That's me. That's me.
Didn't Nasty J had a bad week following that though, didn't he?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Let's see then. All right. Then we had Gala Rose defeat Combat Warriors, Katrina Six and Cross-Side, and that was the #1 contenders match. Hippie Cass defeated Mickey James and Zelda the Brain.
All right.
Let's see. Glamorello defeated Big Time Visionaries for the #1 contenders match. And Montez Ford won the #1 contenders match for the world title. And then we're down to the last one with AIW with 50 points, 5 out of 10. And it looked like no title defenses on that one.
No.
So, do we got anything to discuss or anything like that before we go into the results for the pay-per-view, or do you just want to run down the pay-per-view card?
I can't really think of anything after week 12. I know I was pretty pleasantly surprised on Raw with how the gauntlet match worked out with AC Romero winning the first 4 matches. That was pretty neat.
Right.
And I had picked Tyrus, but I liked that Commander Aziz ended up winning it. I thought that worked out well because of the interference. So that played a little bit better storyline. How about your guys' week 12s?
It went okay. It went okay on my part. I was pretty happy. Even though the points weren't all that good, the outcomes were better than the points.
Right.
So it was a plus for me with the negative side to it.
Yeah. Same here.
So
well, the cool thing for you, Dubs, is anytime the Black Rose cult loses, it actually helps strengthen the storyline.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Now they can go completely crazy.
And they will. On week 13. Just wait.
Oh, good.
We got a new person. Coming.
Yep.
If you read the pay-per-view, you all know that.
Yes, sir.
That's right. Maybe a few people. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe a few. But we know one for sure. We don't know. Y'all don't know who it is. But, I mean, I do. Well, Jay kind of knows, but.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just some good shit. Just some good shit.
Yes.
All the way around.
Oh, yeah.
So pay-per-view wise, let's say we just go right into that next.
All right. So we're going to start off with CZW's Down with the Sickness pay-per-view with 60 points. And then we have the first match of the night was a CZW junior title match that saw Slim J defeat Jimmy Jacobs. Next up, we have, I'm just going to go through all the title matches.
Yeah.
So we had Shane Taylor defeat Hangman Adam Page for the CZW World Title. Then we had, let's see, the Impact Players defeated Injustice for the CZW Tag Titles. Eddie Kingston defeated Brian Pillman, 2 out of 3 Falls Medal of Valor title. Then Alexa Laurie. I don't know how you say her last name.
Alexis Laree.
Yeah, Alexa. Oh,
Yeah.
Laree. Okay. Defeated Ladark for the
Ludark.
season. I don't know, for the CZW Women's title. Then this one stuck out to me. Jay White defeated the Fiend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then we go on. So we're going to go on to the main event, which was the double Hell in the Cell match, if you want to call it.
Bat out of hell.
Bat out of Hell in the Cell match. That saw the last 2 competitors were ECW and GCW.
Yeah.
I like how both of them were John Dubs' group. You know, the most brutal motherfuckers on the planet beating up
Yeah.
CZW. I don't know. You know, all 3 of those promotions are pretty deathmatch related. So
Oh,
you
yeah.
know,
Oh yeah.
so that
And you
kind
get
of works
Meatloaf.
out. So now, 2 Cold Scorpio from ECW defeated GCW's now traded people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you
for
lose, you get your
Meatloaf.
ass off the show.
Yeah.
Right.
His
Uh,
name was Robert Paulson.
All right.
But now you have Meatloaf.
Meatloaf. Yes. An actual plate of meatloaf is coming to
Yes.
ECW.
Maybe he'll face Bob Saget.
His name was Robert Paulson.
All right.
And he's got to start a faction called Project Mayhem.
There you go.
Meatloaf
All right.
and Bob Saget.
That's right.
There you go. One will do anything
Be a
for
good
love,
tag
and the
name.
other one sucks dick for coke. What a perfect combination. Because he won't do that, but Bob Saget
I will.
will.
Bob Saget will. We'll do
Thanks for coming
anything
on,
for
Moose.
love.
But he
suck dick for
won't
coke.
do
I
that.
won't do that.
But Bob Saget will suck dick for coke. All right. Anyway, so let's
And we've gone off the rails.
we've gone off track. All right, so we'll go down and the next pay-per-view was AEW's Road Rager, which I got 100 points.
Now, were those all from being correct, or were those a lot of?
No, 30 of those. So I got 70 points. I'm pretty sure, and then the 30 for
and
the
then you
World
got 30
Squad.
for defense. Okay.
Yeah.
Bob
So-
Saget takes Betty White out for dinner. What do they order? Meatloaf.
Meatloaf.
That's right.
Oh,
Good one,
Moose.
Moose. Good one, Moose.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Okay. Continue
got that-
on. So-
You know, he does have that full house, you know.
Yep.
Got to make the meatloaf. All right. Anyway, so AEW's Road Rager. God damn it.
All right, let's talk about AEW pay-per-view now.
All right. So for the first match was
Okay.
the number 1 contenders match going in to face the champion. Megan Bain won that to go on later on to face the champion. So we'll move on to the first championship match was the Diamond Mine from NXT defeating Suicide Dragons to become the Impact X Division Tag Champions. And those 2 matches I call the buy-in. You know how AEW is the buy-in. both of those were on the buy-in, and then we move on to the main card, which was the first match was Jamie Hayter defeated Ruby Soho to become the new TBS champion.
Jamie Hayter's collecting belts.
Collecting belts.
Can we drape
Then the next match we had was a fatal four-way that saw the Nasty Bros win the #1 contenders match to face the tag champions later on in the later on.
Fix.
Anyway, so the next championship match, right? It gets worse. It gets worse down the card.
But next AEW fans are gonna go crazy on this one.
So
turn heel.
Who the fuck is the Nasty Bros?
Throw his belt back at him.
Oh, that's funny. So next match was Austin Gunn defeated Dimes to become the new AEW Intercontinental Champion. Okay. The Briscoes defeated Los Psycho Circus to become the new AEW Tag Champions. Jay Lethal defeated Alexa Skipper to become the new TNT Champion. Megan Bain defeated Rosemary to become the new AEW Women's Champion. And then right after that, she had to defend her title against Jamie Hayter, and she retained her title after a cash-in attempt. And then the main event.
Was not able to collect that belt.
No, wasn't. And then the main event. The main event. We have a new AEW heavyweight champion, Mr. John Dubs.
And you know he's got a belt somewhere in that room. He's just waiting to pull out.
I actually couldn't find my AEW title. No. If I could have found it, I would have brought it. I would have just draped it over.
Stolen from the locker room.
Somebody stole it.
Just like Jericho.
Damn Nakazawa. We have him here. I have him here. I'm going to have
must have oiled it up and it just slipped out of your hand. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Oh.
I have him here at the asylum, so I'm going to have to punish him for stealing the title that I won from him.
Rightfully won.
Oh, that's funny. That's too funny. All right. Moving on. We have
huge week for WCW.
Huge week.
Ooh.
Yes, sir. With the Bash at the Beach pay-per-view. Got 110 points. Which we'll move on. Yeah, that's all I got to say about that. We'll move on to we'll talk about how he got the 110 later on. So we'll go with the so it looks like Super Liger defeated the Z-Man for the Cruiserweight title. Yokozuna defeated Bret Hart. I just had to throw that one in there. Drew Galloway defeated Nick Aldis for the United States title.
That's a dream match right there.
Yeah.
Most definitely. A good
one. Let's see. Then we'll go down. Doom defeated Harlem Heat for the WCW tag titles. Stud Stable defeated Doom right after that as they cashed in their Bash for Cash, whatever David has.
Yeah, Money in the Bank contract.
Yeah. That saw the Stud Stable win the WCW tag titles right after that. I want to say I must have missed one on here, missed one or two. But I'm pretty sure Paige and Stacy Keibler was for the women's title on there.
Okay.
I'm not, and I think DDP and Goldberg. I think that was the for the world title. I forgot to write those in there. I knew I missed a few.
Just looking at the recap here, I might have to send a certain faction from Raw over to talk to a couple of these guys. Like to see the insiders versus the outsiders at some point.
Right, that'd be great.
Oh yeah.
Definitely have to get that going. We already talked about NWA, so we'll move down to OVW with their pay-per-view Lucid Dreams. He got 80 points.
Real quick on NWA, I do like that he's got the Bunny and Penelope teaming up.
Right.
Right.
Do like that they're tagging up.
Right. I agree.
Penelope, as I like to call
her. Let's see. We'll start off. The Royal Family defeated Booty Call. I like that name, Booty Call. I still want to know who that tag team is. but anyways, Royal Family defeated Booty Call for the women's tag title. Chris Michaels defeated Otis Bass in an Extreme Rules hardcore title match. Prince of Rome D3 defeated Shark Boy for the lightweight title.
Shark Boy lost?
Shark Boy lost.
Shell no.
It happened. Terry English defeated Arizona Chance for
I think Moose wants to manage Booty Call.
Shoot, I know I do. But anyways, so Terry English defeated Arizona Chance for the OVW Rush title. Dixie Dynamite defeated Vicious Vicky for the women's U.S. title. Hatchet Men defeated the Behemoths for the tag titles. And then we had I hate when I do that. Let's see. Then we have
Ivy Nile
defeated Crystal Taylor for the women's title. Convict defeated Ryan Rage for the world title. And then Convict won again, defeating TV Stevens in a world title cash-in.
A lot of cash-ins this month.
Yep, that it is. Let's see. Moving on.
People are getting those cash-ins in before they forget that they have those cash-ins.
Right. Moving on to NXT UK TakeOver Cardiff. Yeah, Cardiff. Yeah, 60 points.
I think you got your winner of the Super Heavyweight Championship is right here. In this first title match.
There you go. Andre the Giant defeated Killer Kowalski for the Legends title. That'd be a great match.
Yeah.
I mean, anything with Andre, even though it's Andre the Giant,
Yeah.
Early in his career, he put so many people over when he wanted to.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Let's see. Umaga defeated Roddy Piper for the TV title. Ahmed Johnson defeated Carlton Cass for the in a last man standing hardcore title match. Legacy defeated the Iconics in the women's tag match. Nightclaw defeated Dynamite Kid for the featherweight title. Then we had the Battles of the Celebrities match. I think Will Sesso. I think that dude is he's from Mad TV or something, or what was one of those things? I can't remember which one it was.
I'm not sure.
Mad TV or like Saturday Night Live or some shit like that. Pretty sure it's like Mad TV. Can't remember. But anyways,
okay.
Moving on. We had Andy Ripley defeat Stormy Lee for the women's IC title. The Law defeated Mustache Mountains for the tag titles. Natalia defeated Toni Storm for the UK women's title. Rusev defeated MVP for the UK title.
All right.
Moving on to ROH with their pay-per-view Rise Above with 50 points. Art Bar defeated La Parka for the TV title. Blondage defeated the Nitro Girls for the women's tag titles. JBL defeated Mr. Perfect for the Legends title. Shaq defeated the Giant. The Hard Way defeated LWO for the tag titles. Iron Kid defeated Ivan West for the junior weight title. Brimstone defeated Mankind in a Hardcore Rules match for the Hardcore title. Melina defeated Lacey Evans for the women's title. And Lars Sullivan defeated the Patriot for the world title. On that one.
On that card, I do really like the David Benoit Reed Flair match. I do like that one a lot.
Oh yeah.
Moving on. Oh shit! I almost lost my spot.
You're on Raw. So.
We're on the Armageddon.
Do you want to do this one, good sir?
Yeah, I can.
I gotta get me a charger. My phone's about to die.
Right.
And this one's not working.
So I had 70 points for Raw at Armageddon. And it was only 70 out of a possible 120, but everything worked out really well for storyline purposes. So I was not mad that I didn't get a little bit more. So the Sultan defended his super heavyweight title against Commander Aziz. Avarice defended his 24/7 title against Jackson Good. Retained. They both retained. John Cena retained against Chandler Park for the Intercontinental title. Ali Rex and Nick Dinsmore defeated the Torturers, which is Chick Tormenta and Justice Payne, for the mixed tag titles.
I'm surprised you're using Justice Payne.
I had to. I was like, nobody wants to trade for him, so I got to start using him. Maybe start drumming up some interest. Dante Fox won the title from Carter Brava Jr. for the light heavyweight title. He got that back.
Okay.
Stops a bit of a cold streak for Dante. He had lost 2 titles in back-to-back shows recently. La Barba Grande defeated Lance Archer for the retained against Lance Archer for the hardcore title. Ali Rex retained against Brooke Hogan for the women's title.
Mm-hmm.
The Insiders retained against the Night Wolves, which is Lobo and Max Moon. And the Insiders are Flex Kavana and Eli Drake.
Right.
And then H2H from Modern Mania cashed in their Feast or Famine briefcase and knocked off the Insiders to win the title. And then in Hell in a Cell, a surprise Hell in the Cell match after Suicide was revealed to be the hero of Raw, Mil Mascaras knocked off Big Bartholomew for the Universal Championship.
Big week. So
loaded with championship matches.
So did that go your way at all? I know you got 70 points, but still.
Almost everything went how I would have preferred it to go. So
besides John Cena winning?
No, actually, that worked out well.
Did it? Good.
Yeah. Because that gives me some room to play around.
I agree.
If it would have been Chandler Park, I would have been fine with that too. But this gives me some room to play.
Right.
I agree.
So the cool thing was nobody had officially predicted that Suicide was going to be the hero on Raw. Nobody had mentioned it.
I never would have guessed Suicide. I never would have.
No, I forgot that I even traded him to you. That's the bad part.
You traded him to me, and then I just sat him on the sidelines. I didn't mention him at all.
Right. I forgot about him. Yeah, once he left my roster, that was it.
Right.
Mm.
But
So
I had him because I only used him in a tag team with El Generico, which is
Okay.
Sammy's name.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
and I called them Ginside or something like that. El Ginside.
Okay.
Genocide.
Yeah. I don't know where I
All
came
right.
up with that, but it worked out.
Yeah. So I'm excited. I got some more stuff planned, obviously, for Suicide, but right now Los Aztecas are pretty pissed off at him. So
yeah.
Yeah,
there's gonna be some stuff happening there.
I agree.
So what do we got next?
All right, next is AIW's pay-per-view, which I don't know what it was called. He didn't put it out there, but the only thing was a picture of that Chandler Biggins memorial thing. So I'm so maybe that was the pay-per-view name. I don't know. But first match was Chase Owens defeated Chris Bay for the AIW Cruiser X title.
Okay.
And moving along, we see the OGK defeated the Wolves and Best Friends for the AIW tag titles. Lee Morale defeated a bunch of people in the Chandler Biggins Memorial Tournament. And I think who was on that? Trey Miguel, Preston Vance, Simon Miller, and Russ Taylor. Next was Jordan Grace defeated Deonna Purrazzo for the AIW Knockouts title. And then Brian Myers defeated Josh Alexander for the AIW Absolute title.
Crushing. Absolutely crushing.
I agree.
Anytime Brian Myers gets a win, it's disappointing.
I mean, right.
I'm just a dick.
I mean, I'm not a big fan of him either. So
I actually really like him as a character, and I think he does some pretty decent work. I think he sucks in the ring, but he's a good character, and I like that.
Right. Let's see. Next up, we have
Stampede
Wrestling, Spring Stampede with 30 points. The Hex Sisters defeated the Female Army for the women's tag titles. Johnny Mundo defeated Casey Navarro. I think it's Navarro. For Navarro. Is it Navarro? I don't know. It could be.
It might be Navarro.
Defeated. Yeah. Oh, okay. That was for the Stampede title. And then Tess defeated Prince Albert and Bob Backlund for the Hardcore title. Right. Ebony defeated Elektra Lopez for the women's title.
Okay.
And then evidently Rockabilly is trying to do a comeback tour for the title picture, and in that comeback tour he lost to
like
Argenis in it.
Argenis.
Yeah,
Argenis. Good job, Rockabilly.
Right. Bear Country defeated Lance Cade and Trevor Murdoch in a Calgary Stampede match for the tag titles.
Okay.
Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff defeated Ricky Stark for the world title.
And then Ricky Starks gets the punishment of getting out of Stampede Wrestling.
Yeah. That's
All right.
Next up, we have TNA with Hard Justice.
Another big week, 100 points.
100 points. The first match of the night was the Beautiful People knocked off. Damn it! Every time I want to say it, I think of fucking Darren and how he says it because he tries to put it. Yeah, Isla Dawn or some shit.
Isla with the L silent.
Yeah. Who knows?
You mean the S?
Yeah, the S is silent.
But it looks like all right. So the Beautiful People knocked off Isla Dawn and Teal Piper and Bea Presley and Dakota Kai to retain the Worldwide Women's Tag Titles.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah. And that was a Hell in the Cell match. Kyle Hawk defeated one of the freaking Singh brothers to retain the X Division title. Christy Hemmings defeated Kelly Kelly to become the new Knockouts Championship.
Okay.
And then Jacqueline did a cash-in, and Christy Hemmings defeated her and retained the Knockouts Championship. Kings of Wrestling.
She's got kids. She's got kids.
Right? Yeah. Kings of Wrestling defeated the American Males to retain the World Tag Titles. Brooke Adams defeats Katie Lee Birch to become the new Digital Media Champion. Anthony Green defeated Damian Demento to become the new Impact World Champion. And then Johnny Impact tried to do a cash-in and was defeated by Anthony Green, who retained his title.
Both cash-in attempts failed.
Right. Which is, and now Anthony Green is he's 9-1.
Oh my God.
Yeah, in records. And he's a cruiserweight. Cruiserweight, man. Then the last match of the night was at the Black Rose Asylum, where we had 3 counts of WCW defeat the Black Rose Cult, Los Aztecas, and a Phenomenal Trio to become the new World Collides Trios, Cruiserweight Trios champions. I call it X Division Trios Championship. That just sounds better to me, but it's Cruiserweight Trios title.
Yeah.
And
that's 50 points. So when you get that new championship for the Worlds Collide, that's a 50-point win. So that bumps those totals up big times, doesn't it?
Right.
30
oh,
points.
yeah. It's 30 points.
I thought 30 points was retaining.
No, all matches are 30
points.
Oh, it's always 30? Okay.
Yeah.
That's better. So no wonder in my head I'm going, damn, 50 points for winning it. Crazy.
30.
Moving on. Dubs, you want to take this one?
Yeah, ECW's Living Dangerously pay-per-view. So we got 70 points. And the first match was a street fight for the ECW TV title. New TV champion, Bob Saget.
Two-time TV champion.
Two-time TV champion, Bob Saget.
There you go, Bob.
Right.
We had a TLC match for the ECW tag titles, and Aces and Eights defeated the Youngbloods to retain tag titles.
Okay.
And a landmine death match for the Worlds Collide Women's Legendary title. Chyna retained the title against Raw's Daphne.
She sure did.
How you feel about that, Scotty?
I don't feel great. I don't feel great about it at all.
To be honest, I'm okay with Chyna winning because 30 extra points, but I kind of wanted Daphne to win that because I'm a big Daphne fan.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't feeling great about it. That was thought one of my women would win a Worlds Collide match.
Right.
And then we had a scaffold match for the ECW Junior Weight title. Jordan Miles retained against Marco Stunt.
You know what's funny about the scaffold matches? Like, I knew what it was,
Yeah.
but it just didn't dawn on me. Like playing Modern Mania and everything, I saw scaffold matches and I knew exactly what it was, but it didn't register what it was until I watched the dark side of the ring special.
Right.
And I was like, oh shit, that's what it is. I forgot all about it, even though I knew exactly what it was. That's a fucked up match.
Oh yeah.
Like a landmine match is almost less fucked up.
Right.
We had Will of the Wisp defeat Mr. Anderson at the Black Rose Asylum. We had ladder match for the ECW Women's title. Io Shirai won the title from Brittany Knight. And we had a hardcore Iron Man match for the ECW World title. And Kota Ibushi retained against Rhino.
Nice.
He's been losing matches since he lost that TV title.
Normally how it goes.
Fucking Bob Saget.
Bob Saget fucked his world up.
Oh yeah.
All right.
So, real quick, just to clarify, is the Black Rose Asylum is different than the TNA Asylum, right? We didn't steal the location.
It's a different place. So
you bought it from underneath Dixie Carter and you refined it to fit your needs.
No. What I did was I bought an actual asylum.
Perfect. There we go.
That works.
Even better.
Yeah, there we go.
And Dixie Carter's locked somewhere in the asylum.
Probably.
Wouldn't surprise me.
She's probably getting tortured by fucking Priscilla Kelly and Rosemary as we speak.
That makes sense.
Right.
Wait, actually, I can hear her screaming.
Oh, that's fun. All right. So moving on, we'll do SmackDown's pay-per-view Judgment Day with 40 points. And the first match of the night was a 6-way anus exploding death match.
Okay, so you didn't type that wrong.
No, I did not.
What the fuck?
Anus exploding death match. And that's actually a real match. It's actually a real match, too.
I know it is. I know it is. But the fact that it's an actual match is fucking funny.
And what's funny is it's with midgets. What makes it even better.
Yeah, it's always with midgets.
And so we saw Mini Love Machine win the number one contenders match for the micro title. So he'll be going
whose
for that
anus exploded? That's the question.
Everybody's.
Everybody else's.
Everybody that was in the match. All right, so we get down to the first
brought
championship
to you by
match.
White Castle.
First championship match, we saw the Authority defeat Glamorella for the mixed. They retained the mixed tag titles.
All right.
And then we have a new SmackDown Cruiserweight champion.
I was very upset about this one.
As Nasty J, that's me, beat up Doink the Clown's son.
Beat the
Clown for the SmackDown Cruiserweight titles.
Congratulations, Jay. Congratulations, Jay. You beat up a midget.
I beat up a midget. It felt great too. Felt great. When I saw that, I was like, man, watch me actually win. And then I get to make fun of myself for beating up midgets.
Would have been worse if you'd have got entered into a all midget battle royal and they tossed you over the top. The dwarves tossed you.
Oh, that'd be hilarious. Which is funny though, because like Dink the Clown, like he won the title, and then he defended it and retained it, and then now he lost it. Poor bastard.
Usually how title reigns go.
I might give him a rematch. I feel like his midget ass deserves it.
You're so giving.
I just want to see if he'll beat me this time.
You'll take on all comers as long as they're under 5 feet tall.
Yeah, that's it. How'd you know? Next match was a hardcore title match that saw Beer Can Man defeat Psycho Sid to become the new champion.
All right.
Then we have Micro Cat. More midgets. Micro Cat Danielson defeated Joe C for the micro title.
We have a theme going on SmackDown this week.
Midgets wrestling. Nothing greater than that.
Right.
Gallo SmackDown midget roster versus Andre the Giant.
Let's do it.
The winners.
Yeah.
Watch Andre win.
Watch him put the midgets over.
He'll put the midgets over in a 14-on-1 match.
That was shit. That'd be hilarious. Next match was Gala Rose defeated Diva Magic to become new women's tag champions. Mojo Rawley defeated Bo Dallas to become the new U.S. champion.
I actually like that match.
Right. Yeah. I think that match was a pure rules match.
Okay.
The Ascension defeated Heavy Machinery for the SmackDown. Well, retained their titles against Heavy Machinery for the tag titles. Alicia Fox retained the women's title against Hippie Cass. We have SmackDown has a new heavyweight champion, WWE champion, as Nasty B defeated Montez Ford and Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, that tracks.
It's fixed. It was a screw job.
It sure was.
Earl Hebner as the referee in SmackDown.
Right.
Earl Hebner and Mr. McMahon.
Ring the damn bell.
I would say Mr. McMahon was at ringside, but it was actually Darren. Ring the bell.
Ring the damn bell. So moving on to NXT with TakeOver Unstoppable. The first match, the first 3 matches were, I believe they were the pre-show matches.
Yeah.
Which Jazz of OVW defeated this Valkyrie.
Your favorite.
Yeah, this Valkyrie bitch. It's like Afea. It's not Afea. Aofi. Okay.
Aofi.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how I was trying to pronounce it, but I didn't want to fuck it up.
Yeah. We'll just
whatever. No, it's whatever.
Right. Became the so Jazz became the Evolution champion. Yeah, all that good shit.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Then we go down to the second match, which Slapjack of Retribution defeated Dragunov to become the new British Commonwealth champion.
Okay.
Jasmine Duke defeated Kaden Carter to become the new Women's European champion.
Okay.
Amir Johnson defeated Flash Morgan Webster to become the new Cruiserweight champion. Brittany Blake defeated Piper Naveen to become the new Women's United States champion.
Okay.
Jinder Mahal defeated Big E to retain the European Championship.
That'd be a good match.
Yeah, right. Then we have Kazawa defeated the Forgotten Sons to become the new NXT Tag Champs. Sam Gradwell defeated Andrew Everett to retain the North American title. Mercedes Martinez defeated Charlotte Flair to become the new women's champion.
Yay!
Good.
And then Charlotte wins it back next week, and she'll be the 72-time champion.
Right. She'll be like 5,000th time world champion. Yeah. Big match. Baron Corbin defeated Travis Banks to become the new NXT heavyweight champion.
All right. That must make him very happy.
I mean, it makes me happy. I wasn't expecting him to win anything, but he didn't fuck up this time. He actually won the big one. So
Dub's working on his putting over here. What's he doing?
Right.
Good job keeping your shoulders square. You look good form on that.
Then the main event was the Dusty Rhodes Memorial Rumble match that saw Midnight Express 2.0 win a pass in round 1 of the tournament that's coming up.
All right.
That tournament almost slipped my mind. We'll have to hit on that at the next episode.
That works.
Right.
Yeah,
That'll
because by that time we'll have at least results
the first round. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the first 4 matches, since I'm doing it, because it's the way I'm doing it, I'm taking it from week 13 all the way to like week 20. So
okay. So we'll have a little bit of it going.
So by week 20, we should be down to the last 2 or 3 people. That's going to be.
Well, you're going to have maybe we'll do next week. Maybe we'll do a special on just that tournament. You're going to have the whole draw worked out for it, right? Who everybody's facing in the first round.
Yeah.
Maybe we could do like some bracketology, ESPN style, like for March Madness or something.
Right. And the way and I've already got all the matches set up, I believe. Basically, all I did was I just randomly drew who was facing who, and then pretty much it.
That'll be kind of cool. I think that people might like to see who gets matched up, because that's a lot of cross promotions stuff going on. That's a good one.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Dubs, you want to take the next one?
Yes, I do. Oh, GCW's pay-per-view, Bloodsport.
100 points.
100 points.
GCW and the Black Rose Cult.
GCW and the Black Rose Cult presents Bloodsport. Bloodsport.
And I love that movie too.
I do too. I do too.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do get it confused. I do get it confused with Kickboxer, because it's the exact same movie.
Yeah, true. The first match was title match for the Worlds Collide X Division Legendary title, or whatever you want to call it.
I just made random names for them.
The Legends title for the Cruiserweight division.
That sounds better, so that's what I went with.
And Tom Zink retained the title over Flip Gordon from AIW. The next match was a 6-man ladder match to determine the first ever GCW TV champion. And the winner of that match was Excalibur.
Nice.
Molly Holly and Vita Scott defeated Priscilla Kelly and Tessa Blanchard to become the new women's tag champions. Butcher and the Blade defeated War Machine at the Black Rose Asylum.
Yeah.
And this one hurt me. Like Bram defeated Darby Allin at the Black Rose Asylum. But
What kind?
it kind of works out. It kind of works out now because Bram's a little bit indoctrinated.
Yes. I don't think it's a little bit, my friend.
Yeah, maybe a little bit more than a little bit.
Right.
So we had, DOA defeated Top Flight for the GCW tag titles. Zema Ion defeated Tom Zink for the GCW junior weight title. Xia Li defeated Lexi Fife for the GCW women's title. And Xia Li retained. So Paul White defeated Grimm for the world title. And John Dubs retained the GCW Ultra-Violent title against LA Knight.
Another belt collector.
Got two
Just
of them.
moving up, huh?
Yeah.
Oh.
Coming for Paul next.
Next up, we have.
Lock the damn doors.
That's right.
There's nobody home.
Next up, we have. Right. Next,
If you've ever seen Kids in the Hall, you know what this means.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny.
I'm squishing your head.
All right. That's funny shit. Oh, that's good shit. All right, moving on. We got Lucha Underground with their pay-per-view Fight for Lucha with 60 points. The Wild Stallions defeated FBI for the Trios title. Mask Powers defeated Latino Rojo.
Rojos.
Oh, that's right. That's right. It's an H. Not
Rojos.
Rojos. For the women's tag title, Justin Gabriel defeated Jigsaw for the junior Lucha title.
Huston Gabriel. It's an H, not a J.
Oh, that's right. That's right. My bad.
Huston defeated Jigsaw.
MIA defeated Nexus in a War Games match.
All right.
Awesome.
Samoan Legacy defeated Almost Oscar. I don't know.
Oscaris.
Whatever.
Oscaris. Yeah. For the mixed tag titles. No Way Jose.
No Way Josie.
It's Josie.
No Way Josie.
That's a J, not an H.
Defeated the Yeti for the Lucha World title. MIA defeated the Von Staggers for the Lucha tag titles.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Nia Jax defeated Dana Brooks for the Lucha women's title. And Zelina Vega defeated Nia Jax in a Gift of Gods cash-in for the Lucha women's title.
Nice.
All right.
I didn't even notice the name of that ladder match, the Gift of Gods. I didn't even notice that. That's a good one.
Yeah. Then we'll move down to DCCW with their pay-per-view Unbroken with 30 points. Dr. Ken defeated Malo Suerte.
Suerte, yeah.
Suerte, okay. For the featherweight title. Blue Brothers defeated TM61 for the tag titles. Scotty Too Hottie defeated Sami Zayn for the national title.
It's a conspiracy.
That's a conspiracy right there.
Yeah.
The Bollywood Beauties defeated the Beautiful People for the couples title. Derek King defeated Shane Thor, Alex Riley, and Trent Taylor for the U.S. title. Buddy System defeated Dangerous Angels for the women's tag titles. Matt Cardona defeated Finn Balor for the world title.
He's always ready, man. What do you expect?
Always.
Yeah. Always.
Rose Garden defeated Rabbit Tribe for the trios title. And then Raven Simone defeated Mickey Knuckles for the women's title. And Brian Cage defeated Hugh Jackman in an exploding ring match.
Finally won
Finally.
something.
He's like 7-1.
Right. So we'll move down to MLW's pay-per-view, Fury Road, with 60 points. Sam Stoker defeated Dean Malenko to retain the MLW Global Cruiserweight title. Hannah and Elena defeated Savannah Evans and Maserati to become new women's tag titles holders. And this match really got me. Team 3D defeated Dream Dust. I like that, Dream Dust, which I think is the tag team of Tommy Dreamer and Gold Dust, I believe.
Oh, nice. I was wondering. I couldn't remember if it was Tommy Dreamer or who that one was.
Right. Next up, we had Willie Mack defeat Shaham.
Shaheem Ali.
Shaheem Ali, yep.
Shaheem Ali to retain the international title. Yuha Nation defeated Jeff Cobbs. I don't know what title that was. I think it was a. I don't know what title that was. I didn't write it in. I didn't write it in. I know I missed a few. But Kaylee Ray defeated Callie Young to become the new MLW Women's Champion. The Revival defeated the Bucks to retain the MLW Tag Titles. Jonah Rock defeated Tommy N to become the new MLW Heavyweight Champion. And
King Cuerno.
Yeah, defeated Carmelo Hayes to become the new MLW Openweight Champion. And that is all.
Like we said, we knew that one was a lot.
Yeah.
Right.
So, well, we already had our guest on tonight, so fortunately, that's all we had was the recap. Next week, like we talked about a little bit, maybe we'll hit on that big tournament that we got going on. That's a full promotion type thing, so that'll be kind of fun to do.
Yeah.
Maybe have a couple updates on what people are planning for these special announcements from today. The Worlds Collide pay-per-view, the Crown Jewel pay-per-view, I should say.
Yeah.
I'm sure that'll be on a Tuesday morning, just like WWE likes to do with the Crown Jewel.
Right.
Possible.
Who knows? Maybe we'll have some more information on Moose's new faction with Paz.
Right.
So
let's hope so.
Other than that, you know how to reach us. Remember, Worlds Collide Fantasy Wrestling. You can find us on Facebook. Remember to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel, WCFW podcast at gmail.com. Request to join the group, and you can follow along with all your favorite promotions. Let us know who your favorite is. If you think that any of us are absolutely batshit about which guys that we like to use the most, which girls we're using wrong, just let us know. We're always open for your suggestions. And remember, you can join us and become part of the group. And who knows, by season 4, you could even have your own federation to lead, because we are going to be doing some rearranging of things. If I'm not mistaken, we're going to be limited to 2 promotions next season. So there's going to be a lot of free promotions out there. Might be some free agents. Who knows what's going to happen? Other than that, I don't have anything else. John, you got anything?
Nope.
Jay, you got anything?
I'm good.
If you see any abandoned asylums, stay away from them because John Dubs is gonna get you.
Or come into them if you look for salvation.
If you're looking for
That's right.
salvation, it's 1-2-3-4-5-6-7-8-9-0. And that's John Dub's direct phone number.
Yes. It's a direct link to me.
And then if you need to get a hold of Jay Stone, just smoke a little weed and he'll show up out of nowhere. You never know where he's gonna be.
Look right in the mirror, hold up a blunt, and
Oh, my sister cracked up on that one.
Say it into
That
the
was
mirror.
was-
Say it into the mirror. Weed
Say it in
man,
the
weed man, weed
weed
man.
man, weed man, and just take a big old puff of the blunt, and then boom.
There's Jay
Boom.
Stone.
That's all you need.
Yeah, Jay Stone will just appear out of the smoke that you blow out of your mouth.
That's
You gotta
right.
blow it into the mirror.
Yeah, I got to. It's almost like the Candyman,
That's right.
except I'm the pot smoking man,
Oh, man.
Or the weed man.
the weed man.
See, John, he listens to us all the time, doesn't he?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
No.
All right,
Never.
everybody. We'll see you next time. Remember, give us a shout, give us a follow, and hopefully we see you soon. Have a good night.
That was funny.